Hello guys, how we doing? Welcome back to the Three Hammers. It's Luke here. Just a quick video. I've calmed down a bit now. Very raw yesterday. Very disappointed with that performance yesterday. It was a real flat and just low energy, lacking passion, and we haven't seen that from West Ham for a little while. And I think it was just a bit of a shock to see that sort of lethargic performance and some really terrible just contributions from players like Antonio. Ben Rama was awful yesterday, and a lot of other names getting banded around. The Cresswell, apparently, a lot of people wasn't happy with him. Listen, I see Tony Gale. If any of you were listening to Tony Gale's commentary of it, that on the stream I was watching it on, Tony Gale was talking. He said, "Tiredness didn't exist in my day. It's in your mind. Get on with it." And I think that's a valid point. You're trained athletes. Yes, you play Thursday, Sunday, and we've seen bigger players do it. But if you can't get through these 7 games, maybe more if we were to beat Leon. Come on, you can do that. It's hard. It's really tough one. It was a big game yesterday because it was a big opportunity to really solidify that top 6 place. And now we've got to play some tough games. We've still got to play Man City. We've still got to play Chelsea. Still got to play Arsenal in there. We've got some favourable fixtures, but Burnley's not going to be easy. Burnley will want to fight back after that defeat to Norwich, after such a good win against Everton. To lose to Norwich puts them right back in it, and they're still in a lot of trouble. Probably if we were to beat them and Everton were to win, that could be it. That could be curtains for them. So that's a big game for them. Leon on Thursday night is massive. It's such a huge game. I want to win it. Everyone wants to win it. It's back to what I said the other day. We may as well, with the performance we put in yesterday, we may as well just have thrown that game anyway. And by throwing it, I mean just try something different, because it would have maybe got a better result than what it did yesterday. It's just the lack of not having anything different to try. I've seen a few videos today about it, there's a squad, but there's only about 12, 13 players that he actually is prepared to use, which is becoming increasingly frustrating. He's done wonders as a job, and listen up, this is not a sack David Moyes video. It's a, Dave, there's a couple of improvements you can make, and this West Ham team could just go even further. The lack of youth as well. Yes, we've seen him in the Europa League, which has been fantastic. But you're telling me that an Okaflex, a Dan Chesters, for example, or even a Sonny Perkins can't come on and do, if not a better job, the same job as a poor Antonio, or Okaflex come on and do the same as what a Ben Rama can do, because they're not doing anything that's good. They're not having an end product. They're not changing a game at the moment. And sometimes, youth and the unknown can create something, and sometimes you can find a star and find something. And for me, going forward, I'd like to see some youth players. If we do go out on Thursday night, and that's still massive games in the league to play for, but if it does sort of fade away, or if we solidify that top 6 place in those last sort of 3-4 games, if we've solidified it or it's over, I want to see some youth blooded in, so that we can try and push forward and get them ready for next season. Even today, I believe Okaflex has scored today, and he's had a fantastic campaign in youth football. And people might throw at me in the comments, we've seen it before. Tony Martinez, Frank Noble, there's that other guy, I can't remember his name, came from Manchester United and then went to Middlesbrough. There's players like that, and it hasn't worked, but at least give them a chance. At least, let these guys come off the bench and see what happens. He's not prepared to use Krau, so why even put him on the bench? He's not prepared to use Vlasic that much. He comes on, he doesn't really do much. Ben Rama, he doesn't trust. It wouldn't surprise me if Ben Rama's out the door in the summer. It really wouldn't. And that's not me scapegoating him, because you can look back on all the videos, and I was and still am, quite a big fan of his. But having seen him live properly and actually proper watched him in the last couple of weeks, he is incredibly frustrating player. Incredibly frustrating. And yes, I do believe, if he leaves West Ham, he'll probably go on and have a good career like Haller and players like that. But he doesn't work in what Moyes wants. He's too wasteful. Antonio, I stick by my word yesterday. That's one thing I won't retract. He's finished for me. He's finished. I think, yes, he's got through this season without, what, did he have one injury at one point? He's finished. He can't run anymore. The guy can't run. Yes, he's tired. Yes, he hasn't got any options to help him. Yes, he hasn't got any other strikers to talk about and take the pressure off him. But if that man is the only striker at the club again next season, I give up. I give up. I really do. I give up in trying to get that next, that upper echelons. It's been fantastic 2 years, and I'm not slagging off the season. I'm slagging off what we need to do. And Antonio will be 33, nearly 34 next season, and we need to start getting that next person ready. And same with like your Cresswell's, who's had a good season. Cresswell's great. Cresswell's, what is he, 31, 32 now? He's not getting better. He's had a great season. He scored some good goals. Dawson, he's one that he's getting better with age. He's good. And when Zuma's next to him, he's good. And he will have a big role to play at the club. At some point, I'll go through all the players and, look at it. Zuma and Oggy. Oggy, we don't know what's going to happen with him in terms of injuries. Souček as well. Loads of people saying, they would ship Souček off. What's your thoughts on that? He's not been great this year. Played a lot of football though. He plays every game for the Czech Republic. Played all the Europa League games. I don't think he's had a rest really at all. There are arguments that Rice playing this more progressive role has held him back a bit. And, yes, he still scored some very important goals. He scored, obviously, the equaliser against Seville, which was a massive goal. I think Souček's still got a place in this club. I really, really do. And these are all just quick little opinions, guys. Please don't think I'm like digging people out. But there has got to be, there are rumours of Kredinsky having a summer overhaul of the club and Moyes having a real look at the club. And there is, and I will do a video about this, and I'd like to know your opinions, guys. There's a lot of players that need to get shown the door because, and it's not too much, it's not so much on their ability, and I'm slating their ability, I'm slating that Moyes don't want to play them, so get rid of them. Get some players in, Dave, that you want to play, especially with the 5 sub rule coming in next year, I believe. If you can use 5 subs, get 5 players that you actually trust and that you're going to use, that are willing to change your game and stuff like that. There's loads, there's Lingards and Tarkowskis, etc. that potentially will come in. But get some players you actually trust and are going to play for West Ham. Let's forget that now. Massive game this week against Lyon. Huge, huge game. It's going to be tough. It's going to be really, really tough. I still don't know what's happening with Zuma. Sure, some news will come out in the next day or two on what's happening with him. Hopefully it's just like an impact injury and maybe a painkiller injection can get him through that. We need him. We do need him. Dawson's a lot better player when he's next to him. Diop showed his, ineptness yesterday. He's too reactive, or he pushes too far forward and then doesn't bring the ball away. We need Zuma in there to have a better chance on Thursday night. Anyway, guys, thank you for watching. Thank you for all your comments for the review that I did yesterday. I'll be back with a preview probably Wednesday for the Lyon game. I'm hoping that me and Paul can get together on Thursday morning to do like a little mini podcast to build up for the game. Until next time, guys, any ideas for videos, Ask Luke series or anything like that, or anything you want me to cover, put it in the comments. I do read every single comment. You will know that because I love heart. The little love heart thing, I do that to every single comment. So please keep your suggestions coming in for videos and ideas you'd like me to talk about and opinions you'd like me to cover on this channel. Until next time, come on you irons, keep believing.